Greetings, this is your Tazi on Steam, Unk in-game and ARK. Wanted to go over a bug that we've recently come across with the Advanced Architecture multiplayer mod. Apparently, whenever it's in your load order, it will deactivate any hidden engrams that you have lower in the load order than it. We've always kept it at the top, so it's affecting all of ours. Wanted to show that in action because others say that they aren't able to replicate the issue. It's pretty easy to replicate. I've not been able to not replicate it on any server or PC that I've done. But we'll go through the process step by step. So first off, let's go ahead and first, before we open up the game, let's go ahead and we're going to go into our Steam library, open up ARK. Shooter game, saved, and the saved ARK's local. First thing first, let's go ahead and get rid of all of the island information. I'm going to keep these two character settings. Those aren't affecting anything. I don't want to lose my, my character's appearance. And then from Steam, let's go ahead and go into the game. So what we did by deleting all the local saved game data, well, we want to make sure that there's nothing from like a previous save or a previous mod that's corrupted the information. That we know we've got a clean start. So we're going to go ahead and host it locally. Let's get rid of all the mods that are here. We're looking for the Advanced Architecture multiplayer because that's the one in question. Get that at the top of the load order. And then next up, let's pick a couple of mods that we know we have deactive engrams for. So I've got a few of the engrams from this nice additional armor set deactivated. We keep them as server prizes, like the Star Wars ones, Rex saddle skin, stuff like that. And then the metal with glass set. We've got the glass behemoth gates deactivated. They never reassigned the value to craft it. When the vanilla gates got like really expensive, these are still really cheap, so we thought they were unbalancing and had them deactivated. So to show how to do that, let's go back into our ARK folder, and this is going to be under saved config. This is Windows, and then it's the game INI folder. Whenever you're messing with the game INI folder, you always want to make sure you got this first line here or nothing's going to work. And then we've got some egg and baby multipliers on our server, custom recipes. We've got the Giganautos deactivated until they add some sort of a variable so we can turn off their ability to damage stone. We thought they were a little OP. And then we've upgraded the dino stats for tame dinos. Got it about halfway between current vanilla and old vanilla. And then here are all the engram entries. So to deactivate one, you want to set the engram hidden equal true. And here's here it is. The glass metal behemoth gate is this one. And then we've got the Star Wars helmet here. We got the what do they call it? The immortal helmet there. It's kind of an Asian themed Oni mask looking one. A few of the others from that mod here are all deactivated. Now what I do, in addition to setting the engram to hidden, is I like to up the engram point cost to 999, and most importantly, the level requirement to learn to 999. That way, whenever you do run into a mod issue where another mod's making them visible again, it's still too high level to learn. Now, why, when this happens, we've seen it with a few other mods too, why does it ignore the engram hidden true, yet still read the level requirement as 999? I don't know, but that's for another day. I just wanted to show you how to do that. So let's head back in. Again, we've got Advanced Architecture at the top of the load order. If you have it midway, you're only going to see it affecting the ones below it. If you have it at the end, you're not going to see the issue at all. But that doesn't really fix the issue because you probably still have underlying problems with the mod, that this is just the most apparent one. So let's go ahead and go into single player. It won't take long to load anymore. I just moved the game to my solid state drive, and it is so much faster. This used to be a real chore going into test mods, but now it's super easy. All right, and so it's populating the ARK because again we cleaned all of our saved game data. It's gone. This is a fresh start, so there's nothing else affecting it. This is also a fresh download of ARK. Wanted to make sure there wasn't anything corrupted here. Go ahead and create Bob the new survivor. And we'll keep our fingers crossed that we don't get jumped by some dinos coming in. Oh, I see some dinos, so we're going to go ahead and, just in case, to not disrupt the feed, we'll turn God mode on. Alright, that's probably a little too soon. Alright, so God mode is on. Now what we're going to do is open up your inventory and look at the engrams. So we can see that because we don't have any levels, none of these are craftable, but if we come on down, this is all the glass metal stuff. And right about in here should be that behemoth gate. There it is. Level 999. There's the glass metal behemoth gate. And then we come on up, and here are all those deactivated mods, the Star Wars ones and the Rex Saddle ones, from that other armor mod. Now, it's not that easy to see, so what we're going to do, add some experience. Sorry about that, I have to have it in Windows mode to be able to tape it. And then, doesn't matter what, I'm just going to level that as quick as I can. That's a lot of carry weight. Alright, now we can see everything. It's a little easier. Scroll on down to the bottom of the list. We got the glass metal, which is a really cool mod if you haven't used it. Adds beautiful building tier. Here's the behemoth gate. It is visible, and it should not be. This should be invisible. You can see the level requirement there. That way players still can't learn it. And then here are all the other ones that should be deactive. Now these ones are just higher level. I should be at around level 70 right now. Those are a little too high. Those are fine. But these ones should not be visible at all. So what we're going to do now to show that it is the advanced architecture mod that's causing this conflict, we're going to go back to the main menu. And then we're going to load this up without that mod. We've got a clean ARK. We've got just those 3 mods in game. And let's bump out the advanced architecture. Go back into single player. Now, if you haven't gotten a solid state drive and moved your ARK game over to it yet, I highly suggest doing so. This took so much longer. Games always respond well and speed up whenever you move them over to a solid state drive, but ARK seems especially responsive to that. Especially when you're logging out. It used to take forever to log out of a game. Alright, so let's see anything threatening. Let's go ahead and go back in. Now right about in here was where that behemoth gate was. It is gone. It is invisible as it should be now that we took the advanced architecture mod out. And then right in here, all those level 999 armors also invisible to all the players as it should be. And all we changed was we removed the advanced architecture multiplayer mod. So just to show that it's not the armor mod or the glass metal mod here, we're going to do this process one more time. We're going to host it local again. Let's start over. That's fine. There's the advanced architecture multiplayer mod again. Now let's find some other mods that I know we've got some stuff deactivated from. Crystal lamps. So we've got two things deactivated from that. The omnidirectional lamp posts, because they don't need any cords, and then the crystal keypad, because again it doesn't need any cords or electricity. Everybody thought that was a little OP, so we turned those off. But the regular little lit crystals add some nice fun lighting for your bases. And then let's find another good one that's got a few things deactivated. Alright, so I have Jones Photon Sentry. That one's deactivated. We were testing it to see if we could, it's got a lot of exposed variables, and we were wondering if we maybe could get the damage reduced, make it compatible as like a new tier turret for the server. I know that one's deactivated. And then let's go back into single player. I'm just grabbing random mods that I know I've got a few things deactivated for in that game INI file. Should be loaded up in just a sec. Again, guys, solid state drives. If you haven't yet, you will love it. It is so worth the money. And they're super cheap these days compared to what they used to be just a few years ago. So, go back in. We're going to see different mod Engrams down at the bottom because we changed it out. Right here, boom, there's the crystal keypad. It should not be visible. But we've got the advanced architecture in the load order, and it's making it visible again. Same for the omnidirectional lamp. And then, oh, interesting. The Jones Sentry Gun, that one is invisible. So the mod author for the advanced architecture said he wasn't able to replicate it. That one I just tested a little while ago, and it was visible. Now it's not visible, so it looks like it's not 100% of the time, but we can see it did affect this mod here. It did affect the crystal mod. So let's go ahead and go right back to the main menu again. And then we'll host local. We're going to go ahead and take that advanced architecture out. Go back into single player. Now, the only other time I've seen this issue was when I was doing testing about a week and a half ago with the it's a really cool armor and skin mod. It's called the Magic Mask Chest, and it had the exact same issue. When I contacted the mod author, he said that apparently the version of the dev kit he was working with had gotten corrupted, and he had to completely redo his entire mod because of that. I've talked to a few mod makers online, and they said that that's been happening more and more these days with mods that have been around, have been working, and their versions of the dev kits have been getting corrupted, and so they don't know how far back to go with their backups when the corruption first happened, and so the safest bet is to start over, which really sucks. But now, we've logged back into our Engrams here, and you can see that those two, the keypad and the omnidirectional lamp, those are both invisible again as they should be. And the only change we made was taking out the advanced architecture mod. So that's it, really. That shows exactly how to do it and how to replicate it. The mod author says that he's hoping that the update to the ADK this weekend, the ARK development kit, that's going to fix this issue. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. But I wanted to show everybody exactly what was going on so that they can try it out themselves and hopefully find some other solution to it. And if you know of anything, if you've seen anything like this before in a mod and you know a good way to correct it, let us know. If I've done anything, skipped any steps that could be causing it, please let me know. Would love to get it resolved if it's on my end. Um, and I don't want to just move the mod to the end of my load order and pretend it's not there because we don't see the problem. It definitely is showing that there's something underlying wrong with the mod itself. Something's corrupted in it for this issue to be there. So that's worrisome to me. I don't want it to end up corrupting my saved game file on my server because that's really important to myself and the players. Well, thank you all for your time, and happy hunting out there in your arcs. See you next time.